Welcome everyone to and it's just me. Hello, it's just me on the pun off this evening. Welcome, and it's everyone again. Oh, thank goodness for that. You had me worried there. Yes, welcome to the UK Pun Off June edition. Thank you very much for tuning in. We've got a top night tonight. We've got Julian, Alf, Rory, and Greg going to be going through the topics that we have tonight. Get some great puns. Good evening to Mark Wilson. Good evening to Ben Emmett. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for hopefully going to be joining in, because we are looking for your puns as well throughout the show. Now, for those that haven't seen the show before, the way it works is we've got 4 punners on. We've got 5 topics. Now, we're going to go round each punner 3 times on each topic, and at the end of each round, you guys, the audience, vote for who you think was the best in that round. Was it the person that was most consistent, the person that had one standout joke, or the person's that internet connection didn't falter at all? Whatever criteria you think should judge the winner of the round, you vote. That's what it is. But we're also looking for your guys' contributions as well. When we bring up the topics, get your suggestions in, get your puns in on those topics, and the best one of the night wins a UK Pun Off fridge magnet. But without further ado, let's go round the panel, but I hate when people say round the panel, so I'll go round the guests, go round the punners, go round the people. Julian, how are we doing? Have you won your eBay item yet?
No, I'm a simple eBay item. That's what I'm keeping an eye on. But it could have gone better. That's all I'm going to say. But hello, everyone. I haven't been a guest for a while, so I'm looking forward to this evening. To this evening.
You've not been punning for a while,
to me.
Yeah, whatever that was. No idea. Alf, how are we doing? Long time no see, man.
How are you? You all right? Great to be here. I've been on for ages, so that gives you clues how well it went last time. Yeah, so
not at all. It's a very popular show, the old UK Pun Off, and sometimes we're just about lazy booking people as well. It's a whole combination of things. It's certainly nothing personal, because as I recall, you did pretty well last time.
I think I came
or
last,
maybe you did. Maybe you did shit. I can't remember. I'll be perfectly honest with you. Gregg Siegel, all the way from the US of America. How are we doing?
Doing great. Great to be back again.
Nice one. And yeah, Stevie Vegas had said Greg's in the house, that I use when I'm on the show. You need to keep socially distant from him. So we were having a little
big enough for the both of us, maybe.
Well, periodically, we'll probably see Stevie having a little tinkle on the ivories behind you, and he might be playing the piano as well. Anyway, Rory, how are we doing?
Good evening. Yeah, I'm very well. I'm hopefully not going to do my Max Headroom impression like last time, but other than that, tickety-boo.
Nice one. Yeah, looking for. Yeah, I've seen your photos on Facebook, man.
Oh, tell you, I'm ripped to shreds. I am at the moment. Look at that. Hey? Look at that. Beastings. Hey? Healthy body, healthy mind, you see.
Healthy body, healthy mind, yeah. And I'm just ripped to the tits half the time. But hey, there we go. Right, so those are the punners for this evening. So without further ado, shall we get into the first topic? No? Do you want me to continue talking nonsense for the next? Yeah, come on, bit of energy in the room, people. Come on. Right. To move on from that, bit of energy in the room. You always get energy, or sometimes not, with certain bands. Bands. Now, I'm looking forward to jokes on bands, not singers or songs, because the topic is bands. But hey, when has that ever stopped us before? But anyway, we will go round the room as I introduced you. So we'll be going Julian, Alf, Greg, Rory, times 3. You guys vote for a winner, and in the meantime, send in even your jokes on bands. So, Julian, take it away with our first topic of this evening.
Right, okay. What shall I select? Well, I did ask the lead singer of Queen. I says, "Hey, Freddie, which of the symbols on the Soviet flag should I purchase? And he said, bicycle, bicycle.
Good start.
Yeah, strong start. Right, Alf, can we keep it up? And also, can we keep along the momentum? Wait.
A friend asked me if I'd like to form a 2 Unlimited tribute band with him, but I know my limits.
Okay, Greg, what have we got on bands?
So what did David do to Goliath? Slayed him.
Hey.
D any Slayer. Right, Rory, what have we got on bands?
Well, do you know, I was going to do a pun about status quo, but I've just looked at the clock and I've realised it's margarita time. Cheers.
What can you say that, man? Fantastic. Right, Julian, your second punt on bands, please.
Right, well, this is very much a British one. Okay, just waiting for his computer to load because he can't remember it. And my accent's letting us down. We'll do another one while we're waiting for that, Of course, the largest band of the 70s was the Obesity Rollers.
I'm not a shoehorn alert at all, man. Just Julian shit technology as usual. Alf, what have we got on your second joke on bands?
The other day, I asked my brother to make a list of all his favourite prog rock bands. He did it in 2 minutes, but I said, there's no rush.
I like that one. That's good. Right, Greg, what have we got?
So with all this drinking and adult banter, I'm thinking that it's a good thing that it's evening and hopefully all the little kids are in bed and being spared any off-color behavior. I guess what I want to say is that I'm glad it's night and the pipsqueaks are all asleep.
Oh, layers. I like that one. That was good. Layers. I like layers on the UK pun off, certainly. Rory, what have we got?
Yeah, I was eating some cheese earlier on, and then I suddenly burst into singing a load of Ultravox songs. Then I looked at the packet and realised I was eating extra Maggiore cheddar.
Boom!
That means nothing to me, that one.
Julian, say that.
Hashtag my dog's got no nose. Julian. What have we got, Julian?
Right then, okay. And again, this is a joke I was trying to tell before, but my computer hadn't loaded up. So it's very British. So I apologise, Greg, if you haven't heard of this band. Islamic fundamentalists' favourite 70s faux Teddy Boys band was Jihadi Wadi.
It was worth the wait. I like that one.
So near you, Rory. They're from near you.
Yeah.
Right. Alf, what have we got?
Okay, right. So I injured myself on a CD last night when a Madness album fell off the shelf and hit me on the head. I've got a scar to prove it.
Like it. Okay, Greg, what have we got on bands?
So I want to be a good guest in your house, so I will be making an attempt at making British references throughout the evening, probably to varying degrees of success. So I wanted to tell you about this guy I know who got nicked for illegally selling British shillings. That's right, they got him for Bob Dylan.
Yes, I like that.
Good effort, Greg. Good effort.
Of course, you're always welcome in our house, Greg, but more specifically, Stevie Vegas's house. And to round off the round on bands, we have Rory Jones.
Yeah, as everybody knows, all my friends, I'm a big Erasure fan. And somebody said to me once, they said, "You ever slip Erasure song titles into conversations?" I went, "Oh, sometimes." So a little respect for that one.
Oh, that one means nothing. No.
It's just one second drama after another with you, isn't it, Rory?
All right, stop now. Stop.
Right, so that is the end of round one. Who was the winner of that round in your guys' opinion? Was it Julian? Was it Alf? Was it Greg? Was it Rory? Get voting, and we'll find out who has won that round after we hear from our fabulous producer, John Morris, who'll be reading out your guys' contributions from that round. Hey, John, how are we doing?
Hello, how you all doing? I'm actually going to attack you with one of my jokes that I thought of what you were saying before reading out any of the audience nonsense. I used to play in a heavy metal band that would only play during the Muslim holy month. We were called Ramadanstein. Now some better jokes. From Ian Bowden, people think Milli Vanilli was the first imposter band, but they forgot about the Pretenders.
Nice, Ian.
Zachary Bryant gives a warning, saying that hopefully these puns will be about bands and everyone will be NSYNC. Mark Wilson goes, Mark Knopfler stood on stage and found he couldn't sing or play his guitar. He was in real dire straits.
Thanks, Mark.
Like the band. Yeah.
Yes, I believe that was the joke. My wife said she was angry that I liked the Monkees so much. I didn't believe her at first, but then I saw her face.
He was a believer.
Mark Wilson and his My Wife jokes.
Zachary Bryant with a band that I like and recognise. I heard that the ability to produce great puns is genetic. It is passed on through the offspring. Nice. Do we have any more? A lot of these are very long, and it's difficult for me to quickly read them. Let's try this. I don't get the pun here, but I shall say it out loud to see if I don't know a Phil Collins song. Mark Wilson with, my wife said I'd never get over my obsession with Phil Collins, but take a look at me now.
Yeah, man.
Was that a reference?
Line from a song.
Right.
Yeah.
Take a look at me now.
Steve the Juggler. I was instrumental in getting rid of all the singers from my band.
Instrumental.
No.
Oh, Ben Emmett with another band that I like, and I'm going to keep saying it if there's a band that I like. I went on a tour of a pillow factory, and I was amazed by all the machines. What a system of a down. Anyone could... how many more do you want? Are we near with the scores?
Yeah, and we've got all the scores in that I think that we're going to be getting, unless there's any ones that are jumping out at you.
Let's do this one. It's to finish off from Steve the Juggler. Went to an optician's which had posters of Britpop bands. Couldn't focus on the first, and the second vanished when I moved a bit closer. Might have been Blur and Oasis.
Yeah.
There you go. That's your lot.
Nice one. Thank you very much, John, and we will see you after the next round. Well, that was pretty tight. Tight voting in that one. Thank you for everyone that voted. But the winner of that round is Rory Jones.
Oh,
Very well done. Yeah, wasn't a lot in it, but Rory took it. But yeah, if you would like to help, you can die happy now. Yeah, your internet can die happy now. That's you. You've won one. You're off. Right. As you guys know, this obviously you know because you've not paid anything to watch it, but this stream is free. All of the UK pun off stuff is free. So if you could find it in your hearts to help the upkeep of the UK pun off, because the StreamYard bill is in at the moment and it needs paying. So if you can give us anything and everything that you can, but anything will do, not everything. Don't see you out in the street just for the UK pun off. Yeah, support these lovely punners. Help keep electricity in the meter. Help us give the guests a few quid / dollars in their pocket for donating their great time and their hard work that they've put into this show by donating via paypal.me/punoff. That is pal.me/punoff, and the link is in whatever you're watching at the moment. Anyway, I'll say that about another 17 times, hopefully more succinctly next time during the show. But let's get on to our next round. Julian's just looking very pensive. It is books, however you want to say it. Those things that you read that aren't instruction manuals. But anyway, we shall get on with our topic of books. We will start with the winner of the last round, Rory Jones, and we'll go anti-clockwise. So we'll go Rory, Gregg, Alf, and Julian. So with books, take it away, Rory.
Yeah, I wrote a book actually about the Seven Dwarfs, but unfortunately it didn't get picked up by a publisher, which is a shame because I had high hopes.
Nice. Okay, Gregg, what have we got?
My favorite Shakespearean comedy about delicious breakfast breads. Thanks for asking. It's got to be Much Ado About Muffins.
Like that one. Okay, Alf, what have we got on books?
Well, I've just recently finished reading a book called The Amazing Basement. It's a bestseller.
And rounding us off on the first round of books is Julian Lee.
Oh, hello. Sorry, I was a bit there.
Oh, yeah.
My favourite book about pensioners on a boat indulging in Class A's is The Old Man and the E by Ernest Hemingway.
I'll pretend I don't get that one. Just with the chins. Anyway, Rory, your next joke on books, please.
Oh, okay. I wrote a book about a posh woman who likes to talk about random subjects while having sex with her gardener. It's Lady Chit-Chatted His Lover.
All right, Gregg, what have we got on books?
Hey, look up UFO fans. It's a flying saucer.
Ooh, very good. Nice. Alf, what have we got?
Okay. Right. So I've written a book about crop rotation. It contains a rather obvious plot twist.
And Julian on books.
Well, my favourite book of all time is it's the History of the Coast Guard by Aaron C. Rescue.
Nice. Very nice.
Was that Steve S. Rogers 4-7 that you got that one from? Little callback to anyone that watched that show. Right, so Rory, your final pun on books.
Yeah, I've recently written a book called The Art of Shoplifting. It's a help-self book.
Okay, Gregg, what have we got on books?
So people are always asking me what the best country to go to if you're an existential writer. It's got to be Afghanistan.
Nice.
That's for Sartre's. I can go somewhere else after that.
Right, Alf, what have we got on books?
So so I accidentally dropped my autobiography into a deep fat fryer. I'm frittering my life away.
Okay, and finally on books we have Julian Lee.
Well, actually, I've just watched a film called Unblemished Novel. Not a patch on the book.
And that is us on the topic of books. You guys have been sending in your suggestions by the tome, it would seem. But get voting. Who has won that round? Was it Julian? Was it Rory? Was it Greg? Was it Alf? Get voting, and I'll hand you over to John to read out some of your book puns.
Oh, there's been loads of them in. I mean, I was laughing for a lot of that as well. That was some brilliant punning. Let's start with Steve the Juggler. Juggled 7 overdue books at the library today. Afterwards, the librarian shouted, "Outstanding and fine." Ian Bowden, I'm reading a book about a bride who nervously tugged the train of her dress as she walked down the aisle and sent the boy holding it into a spin. It's a real page turner. Ben Emmett, I bought a book on spiders, but when it arrived, all the pages just fell out. It had no spine.
Nice.
Mark Wilson, I went to the library and asked for a book about pantomimes. The assistant said that they were behind me. Mark Wilson, I got a book on camouflage. I put it down. Couldn't find it anywhere. Peter Cole. Before his death, Steinbeck was working on a novel about a group of guys working in a bagless vacuum factory of Dyson the Men. That landed better than I expected that to. That was I enjoyed that one. Chris Smith. I wanted to visit the world's biggest library, but it was overbooked. Give me a shout when you've had enough of these. Mark Wilson, I got a book about suspense and mystery. Or did I?
I think that'll do us.
That will do.
That'll do us.
There was a lot of good ones in there.
Right, so we have the votes in. Remember, if your joke wasn't read out there, we're doing a bonus show in a few days' time, probably part of the Punthly show that we're doing. Still to flesh it out, but in a few days' time, all the jokes that haven't been read, haven't made it onto the main show, will be read out on the bonus show. But for the books round, the winner is Rory Jones.
Whoa!
Into a 2-0 lead. 2-0 is, I would say it was unassailable, but it's not, because that's mathematics for you. A few late, it's been announced now, a few late votes for someone else that would have won them the round. But hey, get your votes in as soon as you can, because we're on a schedule and we don't want to get in trouble for it. But yeah, Rory Jones has won that one. But I think in the meantime, before we go on to the next round, we will take a little commercial break.
Okay. Say hello to my little friend. You want to play us? Okay.
Yeah, someone there can't do an Al Pacino impression. Fantastic. If you could donate what you can, there's a little QR code scanner there that you can donate a £5 to the UK Pun Off. Other options are available when you scan it and go beep. It's not automatically a £5, but it would be appreciated. Anything else can be sent via paypal.me/punoff. As I say, anything and everything's very much appreciated from you guys, and we just love doing this show for you. But without further ado, we will get on to round 3. Yeah, there's down there beside Greg. The next one is football. Venn diagram of the UK Pun Off football. So who have we not started with? I think we will start with Alf in this round. We'll continue to go anti-clockwise. No, it's not John. We'll go anti-clockwise. We'll go Alf, then Julian, then Rory, then Greg. So on football, take it away, Alf.
Right. So my local football team have recently employed Neil Buchanan as a scout. He's not brilliant, but he does find us keepers.
Brilliant.
Good. What Julian nonplussed about that one?
No, it's good. It's good. I'm trying to do two things at once here, which is obviously I'm not managing to do. Is it me? Is it?
It's you, Julian. Yeah.
Right, okay. What do you call a German football hooligan? Jürgen, get your fucking head kicked in.
Very nice, very nice. Rory, what have we got on football?
Okay, from next year, if you want to bring salt and pepper into a football ground for your pies, you're going to need a seasoning ticket.
Very nice, very nice. I like that one. Greg, what have we got on football?
So there was this famous football player. He liked to bend stuff or something. They made a movie about him. I think he did some acting, married a pop star. Haven't seen him lately, though. I wonder, whatever become of him?
That's good. Like that. I'll like that. Sure, because is that a shoehorn because David Beckham can't put on his own shoes and he needs to get a shoehorn to do it? I don't know. Anyway, Alf, what have we got on football?
Right. So, my oh, hang on, no, I wasn't gonna do that, was I?
I'll go on, do it.
Go on, shall I?
As long as it doesn't get suspended for another 2 months, then yeah, go for it.
Right, I won't be doing that one. Right, so I'm right. Okay, right. Professional. Right. I'm so fanatical about football that I spent last year's Christmas bonus on a VAR system. My wife wasn't happy. She said I crossed the line. I said, "We'll see about that."
Oh, that is good. I'm liking these, Alf. I'm liking these, man. Julian, what have we got on football?
Right. Which Premier League manager is in Frozen? Is it A, Guardiola, or B, Elsa?
Oh dear.
I just love Greg's face during all of these. It's just like
Some subtitles or something.
16th century Renaissance French painters for all I know. But, like Rory, what have we got on football?
Yeah, I'm currently writing a sitcom about a Liverpool player's comedy adventures in the countryside called Last of the Summer Wijnaldum.
Did he sign for PSG?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, but
Did he? Oh,
yeah,
all right.
PSG in a free
Of
transfer.
course.
I think
It's
facts
the
really
punchline
important.
Anyway, Greg, what have you got on football?
Well, since you guys are so good at puns, I appreciate you offering to give me pun lessons. But is there a fee for this service?
Brilliant.
Nice.
Nice. And Alf, I've lost track. This is your third one, isn't it?
It's my third one. It's my last one. Right. Okay. So I'm just getting a report in now. The results are coming in for the Owl Football League. 2-8, 2-0, 2-8, 2-0. Because it sounds like an owl.
I'm interested. What was the little bit at the bottom of that cardboard?
That was a bit I forgot to cut out. That was a bit. It was a spare bit of card that was hanging off.
Julian, what have we got on football?
Here's a question for you. Why are Liverpool fans so concerned that someone didn't use aftershave? They're always singing that song. You never wore cologne.
Okay, Rory, what have we got on football?
Yeah, a load of cows had a football match, and the only highlight of the game is that a couple of them gave birth. It was a game of two calves.
There's an agent on the phone that like that one so much. Or maybe it's someone telling you, no, he has actually gone to PSG. Anyway, Greg finishes off on football.
So why is it so hard to play football against a German team? They're always yelling, Hans, Hans.
Good stuff, good stuff. Oh, I'm loving this show, man. Loving it. It's surprising how I'm always loving it when I'm not actually on it. Maybe there's a common denominator on there. I don't know. But anyway, who has won in that round? I know who my favourite was. Not that I'm trying to sway anyone, but was it Julian, Alf, Greg, or Rory? Get voting now and give us give us money. PayPal.me/punoff. Anyway, John Morris is in to read your guys' jokes.
This might surprise no one, but there have been a lot of jokes on this topic. Steve the Juggler. If I can't think of a joke about Germany always beating England at football, will there be any sort of penalty? Mark Wilson. On our first date, my wife was wearing big gloves and holding a ball. I thought, she's a keeper. Ian Bowden. Being at centre forward is a flankless task. Mark Wilson. I played in a Greek tragedy football match. I was a centaur forward. To those sending in long puns, they might be great, but I don't have the time to read them whilst I search.
It's not Damien Harmony, is it?
Ben Emmett. Footballers often get confused about when Halloween falls each year until it's too late. They think it's October. It is now. I got what you're going there. Let's have a look. Is there some other nice ones? No, that's the scores. Zachary Byron. I invest in football teams that score a lot of goals. It makes me a net investment. Ben Emmett. My local football team voted to sack the guy who paints the lines on the pitch in a landmark verdict.
That's clever.
Do you want one more?
One more wine.
One more. Right, so another one from Steve the Juggler. To mark the goalkeeper's exam as a failure, I had to put a cross in the box.
Nice.
That's your lot.
Thank you very much, John. And the best viewer's joke of the night will win a UK pun-off fridge magnet, and that will be judged by Mr. John Morris himself. Just in case he hadn't remembered, I've just reminded him now. John will be choosing what is the best joke that he has found from you guys, sending them in, and thank you so much for sending them all in. It's so much appreciated. But the winner of that round, again, it was a bit of a close one, but the winner is Alf.
Yay!
Very well done, Alf, on that one. So we have
Ian, sorry to interrupt you. I just remembered Mark Wilson sent us a message in saying that he's already won a fridge magnet, and he won the fridge magnet last month, so we can roll that over to next month. So thank you, Mark, for being honest.
All right, nice one. Thank you very much, Mark. That's very appreciative of you. Cheers, man. But anyway, on to the next round. So we've got Rory in 2, we've got Alf in 1, and we've Julian and Greg yet to score. But hey, all to play for, still 2 rounds left. And what will we go for next? Let's go for a little bit of makeup. Makeup. Does it need the hyphen? I'm not sure. I'll put it in anyway. Yes, makeup. So we will start. Well, we've not started with Greg, so let's start with Greg. I'm going against this winner starting each round thing. I'm that little kind of rebel, so I am. So we're going to start with Greg, and we'll go clockwise. So we'll go Greg, Rory, Julian, Alf. So on makeup, take it away, Greg.
So I couldn't help noticing we had the great actor Pacino in one of the clips. Little known fact, he's semi-retired. He actually went over to England and he took a job driving a truck. They now call him L'Oreal.
Nice.
I'm just glad that I worked out that you said semi-retired and not what I thought you said at first. Okay, Rory, what have we got for makeup? I'll tell you in the private chat.
Yeah, I tried and failed to sue a makeup company for damages, as the judge said my claims had no foundation.
Oh, right, Julian, what have we got on makeup?
Right, the reason so many mascara sales reps end up in rehab is they're always on the lash.
Nice. And ending the first round of makeup puns, we have Alf.
Okay. So a clown once asked me if I could help him to take off his makeup. I soon wiped the smile off his silly face.
Okay, and the second round of makeup puns, we will start with Gregg Siegel.
I hope this is somebody. So the famous British actress and model Miss Delavine reportedly refused to wear a face covering during COVID. Hey, wear a mascara.
Lovely.
Oh, that's good. Okay, Rory, what have we got on makeup?
Okay, yeah, I told my wife that me and my mates were going on a cruise for metrosexuals who wear makeup. She said, guy liner. I said, no, but I might try a bit of lippy.
Very good. Julian, what have we got?
Right. I've got 4 jokes I really want to tell, but obviously I've only got 3 jokes to tell them in. Try this one then. Okay. A Mexican lass showed us what makeup they use to hide blemishes and spots. Concealer. I don't know what her name is.
Just don't let your sister hear you telling that joke, Julian. # good memory. Alf, what have we got on makeup?
Last time I was in the USA in Houston, I bought some eye makeup from Walmart in Houston. It was the Texas Chain Store mascara. No.
3 mascara different blokes. Who'd have thought it?
Right, and Greg, your final pun for this round on makeup.
Where is my Apple computer made, you ask? In a Max factory.
Short and stupid and sweet. Loving it, man. Rory, what have we got?
Yeah, I apologise for this one because I only managed to write 3 makeup jokes. But anyway, my wife came on unexpectedly once, and I had to think of a way of smuggling my mistress out without her seeing. So I covered her in camouflage makeup. I thought that was the best way to conceal her.
So it's a different joke. It's a different joke.
Punchline, yeah, different.
Yeah, right. Couldn't make it up, could you?
Right, Julian, what have we got?
I'll go for this one, even though I want to tell the Cambodian joke, but I'll go for this one.
Save it for
Piers Morgan is taking a show on the road to show people how to accentuate and enhance the shape or structure of the face using makeup. Contouring. Yes, he's doing 15 days in the UK next summer.
Tell the Cambodian.
No, I don't know if the Cambodian one is better than that because it is factual as well. Darn tootin'. Right, and to finish off the round on makeup, we have Alf.
Okay. So once a month, I visit my uncle and help him to apply his fake tan. I'm very much the son he never had.
Nice.
Liking that. Right, so that is round 4 over. Round 4 is over. Just one more to go, but get voting. Who has won that round? Was it Julian, Alf, Greg, or Rory? Get voting now, and we'll go back over to John with your guys' contributions. Hey, John.
I was impressed at the makeup knowledge from the 4 blokes giving jokes there. There's quite a few in the chat that's looking good, so let's have a little read of them. Steve the Juggler, if you want to learn how to apply makeup, should you go on a foundation course? Silence greeted that. Silence. Ben Emmett, I used to be embarrassed about wearing blusher, but you could never tell. Pete Cole, my wife loves makeup sex. She says her lipstick is bigger than I am. Mark Wilson. There's been 15 people killed at the makeup factory. It was a total mascara. Ben Emmett, people say that farmers don't use beauty products, but I have it on good authority that they often use Max Tractor. I like that one. David Brennan, I once went out with an argumentative but vain clown. All we did was make up. You want a couple more? How are we going for the scores?
Yeah, a couple more. Get voting. We need some more votes, guys.
No. Zachary Bryant, in high school, Mum came home when I had my girlfriend over, and I had to conceal her. Steve the Juggler, I saw some blusher and foundation having a massive fight. I encouraged them to make up. I've laughed at this one in advance. Chris Smith, I told my girlfriend she drew her eyebrows on too high. She looked surprised. Is that the last one, or do you want any more?
Yeah, I think that'll do us.
That will do us.
Thank you very much, John, and thank you very much for all you guys for sending in your puns. They were absolutely fantastic. But we're still looking for some votes. We have a tie at the moment. I'm very aware that someone has just said that they've only written 3 of them, and they might be in the tiebreaker. So I think we will go to a quick commercial break, and if anyone that's not voted, get in a vote for. Well, either who has won that round. It's either going to be Alf or Rory. Who has won that round for you? And hopefully we'll get a vote in by the time. There we go. We've got a winner. But we'll have an advert anyway, and then we shall declare the winner.
When the big man was killed, you must have wanted it. Its blood was on the leaves.
If it's phrases, we can pun it.
And yeah, just before we went to that break, we had a final vote for either Alf or Rory. And the winner of the makeup round, bringing it all the way back to 2 apiece.
Whoa!
Well done.
Well done.
Alf, did you have a 4th makeup joke?
Did I?
Yeah, if you had to do a tiebreaker, did you have one?
Yeah, I did have one. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Right. Don't want to know it. Don't care. Only kidding. No, but Rory, what would you have said if you had to do a tiebreaker makeup joke?
I did think of one about me and my wife having makeup sex and then getting thrown out of boots. That was
But we'll never know now. That could come down if we have a tiebreak at the end of the show, because if Julian or Greg get the final round, then it will be a tiebreak to end the show. PayPal.me/punoff is the address to send any donations to. Much appreciated, anything that you do send. But let's go into the final round. It is microphone etiquette, Julian. No, it is France. France, all things France. There we go. Oh, we've got something in the pipeline from Alf.
Come on.
Something about stereotypical in UK pun off? Never. Just get your onions out, Alf. We'll be all right. Okay, we shall
Ooh la la.
He is going all out. He is going all out. Actually, it's garlic, not. Fuck it, I'm changing it. The Caribbean, right? No, we're going.
Don't black up. Do not black up, Alf.
Maybe not the Caribbean. We'll stick with France. Thank you, Julian. Right, we will start off with Julian this round, I think, and then we shall go anti-clockwise. So we'll go Julian, Rory, Gregg, and Alf. So on the final round, please take it away, Julian Lee, with your first pun on France.
Right, this is one of my favourite jokes. And I'm going to stick my neck out and say it's the most cultured joke of the evening. Okay? The King of France's eldest son was a keen pianist. The son employed someone to come in and keep the piano in key. Over time, they became pals, which made the employee a Dauphin-friendly tuner. Thank you very much. And I get 3 points for that, so I win the competition. There you go.
Hey. Okay, Rory, what have we got on France?
Yeah, I was walking down an avenue in France once, and I suddenly noticed I was surrounded by small monkeys. I was on the Chimps Elysee.
Okay, Gregg, what have we got on France?
So in the green room earlier, I was playing poker with these guys and I lost big, but I kind of think they may have been taking advantage of me. So audience, help me out here. Is it really true a pair is better than a full house?
Au pair.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh my God. That was the thinker of the show.
Yeah. I was thinking, I thought it was a thing on Paris. Perry. It was on, but no, it wasn't. Oh, pair, nice one. Yeah, that was good. Like that one. Don't take the silent. Take the fact that it was a thinker. That was a good one. I like that one. Yeah, Alf. I can't wait for this, man. Jeez.
I stole all my French uncle's breakfast rolls, and now I've got a cross aunt.
Okay, Julian, what have we got?
Right, well, I think I'm taking the culture thing to the next level here. So you ready? Quick! When was Salman Rushdie threatened by Muslim extremists? Under fatwa. This is no time to start counting in French.
Oh, love it, this man. Rory, what have we got on France?
Yeah, after he came out of office, former French President Francois became France's record most expensive taxi driver. So he was always leaving the meter on.
Nice.
All right, Gregg, what have we got on France?
So I did notice that Julian is on his best behavior tonight, but so this may be a callback, but I did want to report that the French writer who wrote Les Miserables and The Hunchback of Notre Dame, he was traveling in England and he got a little lost. Fortunately, he met up with Julian and asked him where Piccadilly Circus was. So Julian points, "There, Hugo."
I wonder if you'll be the victor with that joke, Gregg.
Then we have to have a tiebreaker, and nobody wants that.
Right, Alf, what have we got?
Right, so right, it's a conversation one. So I go. I can remember every type of perfume my local perfume shop sells, apart from the French one. Exceptional. Oh, there's nothing to it really. Exceptional.
Anyway, Julian, your final pun on France.
Okay, then. Well, my mate was horrifically injured after saying 10 in French and then a compass direction in English. Dees East. Nobody's on the critical list.
Top stuff. Rory, what have we got on France?
Yeah, the cop Taggart was walking through France and he noticed somebody did a big poo on the floor. He went, that's good, America.
You all right there, Alf?
It doesn't need a punchline. Just the setup for that is perfect. Sorry.
There's a man there. Anyway, Greg, what have we got finally for France?
So I am not a big fan of Barry Manilow, but I did hear that he was listening in on this show. So I say, Barry, I don't want to hear any of your songs. Neither I write the songs, nor even now, neither Copacabana nor Mandy.
Nice. And Alf, I shall say this only once. Could you end the show for us?
Yeah. Okay, so Elton John struggles with the French word for mouse. It seems that souris seems to be the hardest word.
Oh, damn.
Oh, great stuff. I've absolutely loved tonight's show. You guys have been absolutely top notch, and your internet has behaved itself as well. Fantastic. So, vote for who you think has won the final round of UK Pun Off June edition. Was it Julian? Was it Alf? Was it Greg? Or was it Rory? Get voting now, and we'll bring in John with some of your France-based jokes.
I really hope that I don't need to do an accent to make some of these work, because that's not going to go well. Let's have a look at some of these. So, David Brennan, I believe the Arc de Triomphe and the Grand Arcade de la Défense do not get on very well. Arch enemies, you might say.
Very good.
Peter Cole, completing the construction of my folding beach chair made of dried grapes is my sole purpose in life. As the French would say, it's my raison d'etre. Graham Monks. France used to be very expensive because they had the meter on.
Hey, it's almost as if we heard that 2 minutes ago.
Mark Wilson. Thieves has ransacked a cheese factory in Paris. You should have seen the debris.
Nice.
One day.
Let's have a look. Do we have any more? Ben Emmett. Two French ladies are fighting for the affections of a Swedish tennis player, but eventually they decided to chibble. That required an accent and knowledge of that place. I messed that up then. Peter Cole, this North American mouse-like rodent has torn apart my book about a French philosopher. Voltaire, no, Descartes.
Descartes.
I knew, come into this, that this is where I would fall down. Do you want me to try and find another one, or are we good there?
As long as it's got one that you have to pronounce something on it, then yeah. On you go.
Okay, go on. Let's see if I can find a really bad one to finish on that I'm not going to pronounce in any way. Yeah, let's go for this one. This has lots of French names in it. Ben Emmett. I was on the road to Rouen, but then I met Nancy, who had an ample breast, and I said, Cain, I have your hand in marriage. You might think that I'm insane, but what did I have to lose? True story, I'm not having none. No idea how much of that was rubbish.
I think you got about 1 out of 10.
Come to me for my spot-on pronunciation of French words.
Right. Well, I'm going to hit out with one of my French jokes because I never got a chance. I've never ever told this one. for reasons that will become apparent, because you kind of have to be Glaswegian and have a deep knowledge of history. I use a 16th century French coin to keep me upright. I use it to stone. All sorts of that's the thing that I'd expect. All sorts of Venn diagrams going on there. All sorts of people need to be sort of clued into different things to understand that one. Or maybe it was just shit. I don't know. But anyway, the winner of the final round and subsequently the winner of UK Pun-Off June edition is Rory Jones. Yay! Very well done, Rory. Very well done, Rory. Yeah, fantastic. Your internet held up even better, or your jokes held up even better than your internet. So proud of you,
that wasn't difficult, to be fair. But there you go.
So very well done, Rory. Yeah, fantastic. So that has been the UK Pun-Off June edition. We'll just go round the punsters, see if they've got anything to kind of promote, anything they're wanting to go over. Julian, have you got anything that you're wanting to tell us about? Anything you've got coming up? Where people can find you?
Well, I was supposed to be gigging in Sheffield on Wednesday, but then due to work commitments, I've had to cancel it. But I'm actually, John, I'm in your neck of the woods on the 9th of July. I'm in Derby, which isn't too far from you, is it?
About a half hour.
Yeah, I'm doing a Funhouse comedy gig down in Derby on the 9th. In Stockton on the 8th, so things starting to go, but bit jealous of all the people who've had loads of gigs this weekend, but things are starting to open up a little bit.
Yeah, until they all close down after the European Championships. Alf, have you got anything coming up? Where can people find you?
At
a costume shop.
Yeah. Not really. No, if you can follow me on Twitter at who else but Alf, that'd be good. I haven't got any gigs coming up until I've got one in July in Taunton, and now I've got Boardmasters Festival in Cornwall in August. So that's literally,
nice.
That's all I've got coming up. So yeah, you might see me about. Probably won't.
You're always welcome back on the Pun-Off, without a doubt. Gregg Siegel, what about yourself? Have you anything coming up? Where can people find you?
I'm currently floundering my way through TikTok. You can find me at that pun guy. I'm working to help make the world safe for punning, one pun at a time, and it is like 8 or 10 second snippets. And some have like 500 views, and the next one has 2 views. So really haven't figured it out at all yet, but having fun and maybe some good puns. So check it out again at that pun guy. TikTok.
That pun guy on TikTok. Nice one, Greg. Thank you. John, have we got anything coming up? Anything you're wanting to share? Let us know about.
Yes. On Saturday, this Saturday at 8 p.m, myself and the wonderful Kitty Messalina will be sharing a stage at the Belper Fringe Festival. Tickets are $5. If you want to see some live socially distanced comedy, look at Furthest from the Sea and the Belper Fringe Festival at number 28. That is this Saturday at 8. Also, would you like me to pick a winner for the fridge magnet?
Yes, indeedy. Thank you very much. Which one tickled your fancy?
I'm going to be honest. I like this one for Mark Wilson. It's simple. Thieves has ransacked a cheese factory in Paris. You should see the debris. So I'm going to go for that one.
Okay, I did mention that Mark just said he already had a fridge magnet.
Did he? Oh!
That's all right. He can roll over another month unless he wants to take this one. Unless he thought the last time.
We've only got 2 fridge magnets left anyway, haven't we, Ian? So it keeps it going. So cool, well done, John.
Because the donations ain't coming in, so we ain't buying any more. So keep on choosing Mark Wilson. He'll be the winner for the next 3 months. But yeah,
I can quickly choose another one if you would prefer. No, okay.
But yeah, paypal.me/punoff if you want to donate anything to help upkeep the support of the stream and also put a few pennies in our contributors' pockets. But to the victor, the spoils, or at least an extra 10 seconds of promotion. Rory Jones, very well done in winning UK Pun-Off June. Have you got anything?
Just call me.
Just call you.
Yes, I've got nothing coming up, but I've got some videos on YouTube. Rory Jones at Hot Water. I did 2 gigs there, and also Rory Jones at Fits Best. when I supported Gary Delaney at Katie Fitzgerald's in Stourbridge a couple of years back. Cool. And I've also got a page on Facebook called Rory Jones Comes In All Puns Blazing. Catch me on there.
Yeah, check that one out. So all we've really got to say is if you've not followed us yet on the UK Pun Off, you can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. We've got a few shows that are coming up throughout the month. They're all detailed on the Facebook page. The bonus show will be certainly within the next week, within the next few days, hopefully. And yeah, thank you very much to Julian, to Alf, to Greg, to Rory for punning. Thank you very much to John for coming in, producing for us. Absolute sterling job. Maybe we'll pick an easier country to pronounce next time.
None of them would help.
But from all of us, thank you very much, and we shall see you next month.
Yay. Bye.